Yes, we vervolgen de nabeschouwing met naast mij onze hoofdtrainer Brian Priske. Beginnen we hier vooraan met wederom nogmaals het verzoek om het in eerste instantie bij 3 vragen te houden, zodat we iedereen aan bod kunnen laten komen.
Brian, is de conclusie na deze ontluisterende nederlaag dat jullie niet klaar waren voor dit niveau?
I think that's the easy and logical conclusion. Yes. Yeah, we got destroyed in 4 key moments in the first half. They showed the quality that we, of course, knew they had before the game, and a good structured team who played together for a couple of years and were very successful last year. The individual quality, we knew it in advance, so we knew that we had to play close to a perfect game if we wanted to pick up a good result for us. Unfortunately, we made 3-4 wrong decisions in that first half, and they just executed straight away.
Ja, dan staan jullie al heel vroeg achter na een fout. Gaat het in jouw ogen daar ook al mis, dat vroege tegendoelpunt 1-0?
Sorry?
De vroege 1-0, gaat het in jouw ogen daar ook al mis na een minuut of 4-5?
It's a key moment. If you concede in the first 5 minutes at home and you're trying to push the crowd, you're trying to push yourself with confidence, and I actually think we started the game quite well, and then also found the right position of Ramis, and unfortunately he got a bad first touch, and then 5 seconds later it's in the goal. And then, of course, I actually felt we came back those next 10 minutes, and we also equalized, and unfortunately was a bit offside, and instead we made another small mistake, and they punished, and then it's difficult to pick up results that you want in Champions League.
Dan is het 0-4 bij de rust. Kun je toch ook nog positieve dingen uit deze wedstrijd halen? Lessen?
Yeah, you have to, for sure. And also, I think second half at least showed that the boys are ready to fight, ready to compete. I think they tried to step up in that second half. I know, of course, Leverkusen maybe dropped down a little bit in intensity in some aspects, but I think the boys at least showed that they want to fight. They want to compete. Anto played a good game. I think Wang played a very good game. David, Gerno, and Bele, they did everything they could to defend the goal. I see David flying on the goal line to deny a goal in the last minute of the game. So I think they really tried the second half to at least show the supporters that we will try to die with the boots on. And of course, we're not happy with the result, and we're definitely not happy with those, as I said, 4 or 5 key moments in that first half.
Martin.
Ja, Brian, die key moments in die eerste helft, hè, waar wijd jij dat aan? Ligt dat gewoon aan het niveau van de spelers? Heeft dat met de tegenstander te maken? Is het podium, de Champions League? Wat is het gevoel?
That's one of the questions that are really difficult to give a clear answer. I think it's a combination of everything, to be honest. I know the players are good enough. I know they have the quality. As I said before the game, a lot of the players have competed in Champions League before. I think in the lineup today also we had a lot of internationals who are used to playing big games. At the moment, that's also what we're talking about. It's small margins, small things, small decisions that suddenly gets into something really big. And at the moment, I'm sorry, but I don't have the exact explanation why. But it's definitely a combination of everything. But I'm fully convinced that this group, they have the quality, and they will definitely be better as well.
Ja, je hebt dan een tactisch plan natuurlijk van tevoren. Achteraf is het makkelijk praten, dat realiseert me heel goed. Maar was het misschien dan toch nog weer te aanvallend? Had je toch nog, omdat je dus zo kwetsbaar bent op bepaalde momenten in die omschakeling, had het toch nog iets voorzichtiger moeten zijn?
I understand your question. I think the moments that we concede the goals were actually in moments where we were in control. The first one is obvious. We throw it away in our own half, where we actually in a good position, and we done this the whole season, practicing this. Last year it was exactly the same. A lot of triangles in that part of the pitch. I think is it maybe the third one, which is our transition, where we actually end up in a good position, but instead we end up losing it, and then it's 70 meters towards our own goal, where Leverkusen, I think they punished a lot of Bundesliga teams last year on transition. So you cannot afford to do this. And if it comes down to the game plan or whatever, I'm not completely sure in that aspect. I think they had, I don't know, 5 attempts on goal in the first half, and they scored 4 goals.
Wat doet dit met jou persoonlijk? Want ja, je bent natuurlijk nieuw bij de club. Het moet allemaal nog vorm krijgen. Je wordt natuurlijk kritisch gevolgd, ook omdat het hier vorig seizoen allemaal zo goed ging. Dit helpt natuurlijk niet. Wat doet het met jou?
I think I'm a human being like anybody else, and know that it's not pretty to lose 4-0 at home. None of us wants to lose at home for sure, and definitely not in the Champions League and in this way. But yeah, that's for me. That's football. It's life. You have to keep working. You have to do your best in any part of the game, mental, physically, or whatever. So I'm not different than the rest of the boys. It's definitely a hard time in this moment, but yeah, I'm a big believer in that's where also you show your strength as a person, and also as a player or a coach. It doesn't matter. That's when things are going wrong, that you need to prove that you're here to compete, and it's the same for me. I will get up tomorrow and I will do everything I can to prepare the boys to be even better, and make sure that we win on Sunday against NAC.
Dennis?
Brian, dit is toch de volgende tegenslag in een ruime maand nu, hè? Deze wedstrijd en de manier waarop het gaat. Maak je zorgen of je het wel snel genoeg op de rit krijgt, want de wedstrijden volgen elkaar nu in rap tempo op. Het moet ook snel beter.
Yeah, that's football. We all know it. We need to get some wins. That's the best way to speed up the process for a new team. So that's the aim every day we get up is to get better and to make sure that we start to win some games.
De kwetsbaarheden in de omschakeling en in de transitions waar je het over hebt. Hoe krijg je dat er snel uit? Want het lag, zeker bij de 0-3 bijvoorbeeld, lag het wel echt heel erg open. Dat moet toch beter?
Yeah, that's different elements. There's some tactical elements where we need to do better in the rest defense. There's some tactical elements that we cannot just throw the ball away like we do. And then it's a simple basic stuff at the end. You have to sprint back. You have to sprint back to deny the goal. And I definitely see phases of the game today where we don't sprint back. We don't have that mindset. We don't have that mentality. And if you don't have that in whether it's Champions League or Eredivisie, you can end up having problems. And that is quite easy to fix, because it's just a mental part of the game for players.
Ja. Ik heb 1 vraag toch over die huddle. Het is iets kleins natuurlijk. Maar je doet wel opnieuw toch ook een concessie aan iets waar jij in gelooft en waar je voor staat. Dan ben je niet bang dat je geloofwaardigheid ook raakt?
I'm sorry, man. I got no answer to your question. I don't think it's correct time to throw in something like this. We lost the game, and we prepared the boys in the best way possible. And I think you have to stop trying making this personal or whatever. It's not about me. It's about the club. Yes, there's a philosophy behind things. I'm exactly the person that I am, and I try to do my best for the team and for the club. And I think it's getting a little bit too personal when we're talking about small things like this and talking about Instagram. I think it's also up to you guys to raise the level just a little bit, boys.
We gaan naar de andere kant van de zaal. Valentijn, als jij heel even laat zien waar je zit.
Brian, wat vond je van de performance van de Koreaan Wang?
I think it was good. I think it was very good. He showed what we've seen for a period. Also when he was in Serbia, he's very dynamic. He's intense in his game, both offensively and defensively. He is very good on the ball. He's got a good shot with both left and right. He has a good mentality as well. So he definitely had a good game and a good impression. First impression. I think we have to remember also he only had a few sessions with us. So in that part of it, it's actually quite impressive. And as I said, I know we have quality with us, and Wang is for sure one of them that we hope can lift the rest of the team as well.
Is dit zijn positie?
He's a midfielder, yeah. So whether it's a double six, if it's an 8, I think he's really flexible in the tactical part of it. I think you saw it also today. He's both offensive, really good, and also defensively, he's hardworking and disciplined as well, which you also need. and he's not afraid of the tackles, the duels. So yeah, he's for sure here to compete.
Ja. Toch één ding nog over die huddle. Ik begrijp dat je er liever niets over zegt, maar heb je dat nu helemaal zelf besloten of is dat in overleg met de spelers gegaan?
No, it's completely my decision. I said it also on TV, and hopefully it's going to be the last time. I'll try to explain it to you guys also as good as I can. I came here with the ambition and also the possibility to help Feyenoord and do my absolutely best in what I believe is the philosophy from my point of view. I knew some conditions when I came here. I knew there would be some turnaround within the team and within the squad. That's normal. And then there's for sure some conditions that surprised me a little bit, and the huddle is for sure one of them. I think it's in some moments it's a personal thing that I believe is important, and for me the huddle was a tool to show that I'm a team player and I believe in the team. For some reason, which I don't know, then it wasn't well accepted here.
No,
I don't know
not
why.
Accepted by the players or
no,
by
no,
the fans only?
No, I don't know. Just I feel it and I see it, and for sure some of them it's new. And then when I start to see that it creates cracks, when it starts to create gaps between players, staff, coaches, fans, club, then of course as a leader, as a coach, then you need to make reflections and say, okay, the huddle, is it just something that creates more gaps than it actually should? And then make the decision quite easily and say, okay, we're not going to do this, we're going to do it inside instead, and then shut down things and then focus on the football.